Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. Mate, I promise I'm going to keep this one quick. This is going to be a short one. Somebody at least has asked for how to remove, not a timing belt, we've done timing belt marks, all that sort of thing. How to remove the pulley off the camshaft, right? So that's this pulley here, right? Obviously this bit of insulation normally goes in behind, so I'll just quickly add in, mate, I always got more information to add. On a lot of cars, mainly the Hiluxes, the water pump's a one-piece unit, and therefore when you change out, it's a much bigger job, and the whole timing belt, backing plate, and everything's got to come off. That's kind of like what this is about, to tell you about that. The cam seal, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it's not leaking, leave it alone. They rarely leak. When they do, they're very minor. It's not a big deal. You could upset it by changing it, trying to change it, before it's leaking. So this one is how to get this pulley off, right? It's really easy, easier than you think. These engines are so easy to work on. Doesn't mean it's quick and it doesn't take time and you can't make mistakes, but maybe it's just easy because when you've done a lot of them you think it's easy. But anyway, here I go, I'm getting going again. Okay, so to get that cam pulley off, the best advice I can give you is be very careful, because if you get it wrong, it could be your engine. Okay, this is what I do. I'll crack the bolt loose, see that bolt there? I think it's a 19 mil. I should know, shouldn't I? I've done it. Yeah, I know, 19 mil, pretty sure. I do make mistakes, that could be wrong. 19 mil, the torque on it's 98 Newton meters. I crack it loose before I take the timing belt off, okay? Because, you've got the spot on the camshaft under the valve cover, which you may not be taking off to hold it. And it doesn't really work that well because it's really tight, and even when you're trying to hold it, it can move, and it doesn't take much to hit a piston against a valve. So what do? You just leave your belt on. It's smart, leave your belt on to crack this bolt loose, and then you can just use your crankshaft bolt at 22 mil with a big bar, hold it still, and this will just go bada boom, really easy, come and done. Or you can just nip it with your rattle gun, whatever you want to do. Just be very careful, right? As soon as you crack that loose, right, then you take your timing belt off, make sure all your marks are lined up. So we've got a little mark at the top, see that? Lined up with our little, and we put a little blue mark there just for you guys, right? So little blue mark, right? Little blue one there, matching up with our mark there, right? Bada boom, bada bing. So that's still on there, it's on the camshaft. That's a taper, right? See that? It's a taper there, it's not straight. So which means it comes off pretty easy. It's not like a press fit or anything like that. There is a keyway, so we've got that. You know what a keyway is, this little thing here, right? So when you put it back on, it's got to obviously sit in place. The rounded side on the left, right, obviously goes into the camshaft, and then this slides over, right, and the flat side goes into the gear like that, right? So that's still on there. You've got your belt off. You cracked it loose before you took your belt off. You've got your belt off. Everything's off and it's sitting there looking like that. All you need is a soft hammer, something soft, a rubber, whatever. Just give it a bit of a tap, Don't get into it too heavy. Just give it a bit of a tap generally is what'll work. You can grab a puller if you like and whatever. I've never done that. I'll just give it a tap here, a tap there. If that doesn't work, you could probably even get a normal hammer and just give the face a tap. It's just going to crack loose. Eventually it's going to fall off, right? So when it does fall off, make sure you don't lose this. Get ready for wherever that's going to go. And of course you've got your bolts. There's a bolt and a nut and a few other bolts in places, whatever, that hold this plate in place if you ever need to take that off for anything, if you want to clean it up properly because you're changing the cam seal. So we'll call this remove cam gear, change cam seal video, but we're not showing you how to change your cam seal. Obviously, once you take all your bolts and nuts out, right, and take that off the engine, then you'd be looking at obviously your camshaft and your seal where it comes through the head, which you obviously got to remove that. Right, and there's a bit of RTV silicone along the bottom of that sort of glues it to the at the bottom end there. So there, I don't know, I hope that answers your question for the video that you wanted. And when you put it back on, as I said, don't forget to put your insulation back in, right? Put your cover back on, put your bolts back in, nip those up nicely. I just use quarter drive, but it's one of those things that are 8 or 9 Newton meters usually, but you can look it up. Put your gear on with your keyway, get your bolt started, just do it up nicely by hand, just give it a little nip, you know what I mean, so it's not going to fall off. Then go ahead, make sure it's lined up, put your belt on. Once you got your belt on, again you can put your 22 mil on your crankshaft to hold it still, and 19 mil clickaroo on there, right, 98 Newton meters, okay? How easy is that, right? You know, clean everything up. This is just, you know, average. It's all right. It's not too bad, but clean it all up. Take your time. It's not a rush. Double check your work. We don't want any mistakes. If you want mistakes, you know, you can take you some vehicle places for that, okay? If you're going to do it yourself, that's cool. You know, save a bit of money. Make sure it's done right. Take your time. Don't rush yourself. Don't get distracted. I'm going to say it because I always say it. Guys, really appreciate you watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe and turn the notifications on, because there's going to be heaps more awesome, informative videos coming your way. And like I said, pretty busy, so I'm not flat out checking the comments and replying, but I will every now and then when I can, and I'll do a video every now and then trying to I'll run through all the comments and questions and that, trying to answer them and do what we can to help and take the requests under consideration as I have now and put this video together for you.